Good evening, everyone. How you doing? My name is Mike. I'm just going to take a few minutes and talk about my journey with weight loss surgery. And I first stepped into the office here at Wellesley in August of 2014, and I weighed 394 pounds. And as Steve mentioned in my little intro when I walked in, I'm a big football fan. It would always kill me when I'd watch football or read about the draft, that I'd read about these guys that I weigh more than these dudes, and they're professional football players. I'm happy to report today, after my surgery, gastric bypass on January 13th, I am down 170 pounds and weigh less than most NFL players. So, that's kind of a big deal. The reason for this is this hospital. This hospital changed my life, and I've also explored this type of surgery at other places. But the first meeting I went to, they have these informational meetings, and a surgeon goes, and my surgeon was Dr. Shahal. I don't see him here tonight. But he spoke, and after Dr. Shahal spoke, and I met a few people there, I knew this was the place I was going to do it. As Mark said, Newton Wellesley, the program here is amazing. From every person in the office to the nurses in the hospital, Denise, who runs an amazing program who can't be thanked enough, to everyone in the support group meetings and the surgeons. I wouldn't be as successful as I was with it without the people here at Newton Wellesley. And I drive by exit 21 here on a 120 all the time. And I get a little verklempt driving by because this place saved my life. So thank you to everyone involved with Newton Wellesley and Denise and everyone at the support group meetings, because it really, if you know anyone who's considering this surgery, this is the place to do it. I'm kind of a geek about that stuff. I did my research. You're sitting in the greatest place on the planet to have this surgery. And I'll take that to my grave. I'm living proof. I want to talk about a few ways life has changed for me since the surgery, and I could talk about this for hours, but I think we're a little short time, so I'll go quickly. One of the best ways is airline flights. And I want to bring this up because we were talking about this upstairs before we came down, and before surgery, flying was mortifying. It was horrifying. You'd sit in the gate, and I would get that look, and a lot of you guys in the back know the look because we talked about it, where people would look at you and be like, please, God, don't let me be sitting next to that guy. And you'd have to ask for a seatbelt extender, and that's never an easy thing to do in a sardine crank plane. Also, a big deal for me is the tray table never went down. So I'd always, if I wanted to get a drink on a flight, I'd have to hold the drink the whole time and be my own tray table. But I'm happy to report today that I can go on a flight without getting that look. And one more thing I wanted to say is, one time when I was on a flight, I forgot about this. I'm kind of a nosy person. I was sitting next to someone, and the flight had Wi-Fi. And they were either IMing or emailing or whatever, instant messaging someone. And I was a big guy. I was 394 pounds, and I would overlap into the next seat. And I eavesdropped and read what the person next to me was writing. He's like, this is the most miserable experience. I'm next to the fattest guy. He's overflowing into my seat. If you want to talk about a soul-crushing moment, I think on my top 5 soul-crushing moments, that's right there. It was horrible. So I have it for today. I can go on a plane. I can put on the seatbelt, and I do it multiple times to make sure that it actually does work. I can actually tighten it. I don't have to ask for a seatbelt extender. But the best part is that damn tray table. I sit in my seat, and on my last flight a few months ago, I literally put the table up, tray table down, wax on, wax off, wax on. In my last flight, the person next to me is like, dude, the tray table works. I'm like, long story, give me a moment. So I do that. Other ways that have changed, pictures. I could talk for hours on this. Social media has enveloped our lives, and it's a whole different realm now with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. And whenever a camera came out anywhere, I would be gone. See ya, out, deuces. But I'd hide in the back. You'd hide in the back, and my head would always be the head popping over the edge. These days, I'm a selfie master. I'm taking selfies, I'm jumping in pictures, I'm asking people to take pictures with me. I'm online, I'm out there, almost too much. But I'm doing that. Other ways, just shopping. Shopping off the rack is amazing. T-shirts, I've become like a T-shirt fanatic. Like T-shirts, I would always find cool T-shirts, but they would never fit. I tried to buy them online, like, oh, they don't have a 6X, damn. But now I can get any T-shirt I want, and I have oodles of T-shirts, sorry Ma, in my bureau that I haven't even worn yet that I'm wearing for the right occasion. Lastly, I wanted to talk about the number one question I've gotten since my surgery is, what made you do it? What was the final jumping point? Because I've been pretty much heavy since my college days, and there are several reasons. First of all, I became a niece 2.5 years ago. I mean, an uncle 2.5 years ago. somewhat of a niece emotionally. And my niece Abby has changed my life. She is, and I feel almost pathetic talking about how much she's changed my life because it's not even my kid. I look at the world differently. I actually care about stuff you're supposed to care about these days. And I literally want the world to be a better place. So Abby was the number one reason. Number two was coming to Newton Wellesley for that first meeting. I knew that night, this is the place, that guy, and I pointed Dr. Shahal in my mind. I didn't stand up in the meeting and point at anyone. I said, that guy's gonna cut me open. And thirdly is, and I apologize to Mike Land down here, thank you everyone for coming. We have a tradition in our family at every wedding, and the bride and groom get in the center of a circle, and we all kind of get around them and kind of dance to a certain song. And it's Aerosmith's Don't Want to Miss a Thing. And if you listen to those words, that song epitomized why I had surgery. If you listen to the words, I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep. I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to miss a day of my niece's life. I want to go to every dance recital I can. I want to see her go to the prom. I want to see her get married. I want to see her have kids. I do not want to miss a thing with not only my niece, but everyone here in the few front rows, my family. Thank you so much for coming. I don't want to miss a thing in your life. Friends who have come, Rick and Chuck, thank you. I don't want to miss a thing in your lives either. Ricky and Chuck and Mary, thank you for coming down. It means so much to me. So that's the thing. I didn't want to miss a thing in everyone in my lives that matter. And because of Newton Wellesley and the community we have, and the surgeons, and Denise, and the office staff, I'm not going to miss a thing. You guys are stuck with me. I'm around. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for listening.